afternoon, everybody. Today, I invite you all for the session of Fourier's representations of aperiodic signals, Fourier transformations topic will do. Now, this is coming under VTU syllabus under 4th module for 4th semester EC students. Any other discipline students can also refer this. And this can also be other than engineering. Anybody can refer this. This is a very important topic. This is required for students who are interested in doing ME, PhD, or in a core design, core area. Whoever wants to do PhD, right? They need these sessions, Fourier's transformations. Now let me tell you here, there exist two types of aperiodic signals. Is nothing but non-repetitive signals. It's not repetitive, right? Then there are two types of Fourier transformations exist. Two types of Fourier transformations exist. One is for discrete time systems, discrete time non-periodic signals. The other is continuous time non-periodic signals. Discrete time signals means x of n. Continuous time signals is nothing but x of n. Right? If you apply Fourier transformations to the discrete time signals, then it is called as Fourier transform is called as discrete time Fourier transform DTFT, which is coming under half the module. If you refer half the module, next half of the module is exactly same, properties are same, everything is same. Wherever x of n is there, x of t you have to substitute. And instead of discrete time, continuous time signals you have to do. Continuous time. That is called Fourier transform. Right? Fourier transform of continuous time signals. Now let me see this discrete time non-periodic signals. That is a discrete time Fourier transform of x of n, let us take. Right? Now before going to this Fourier transform, let me tell you the importance of Fourier. Right? Importance of Fourier's series, Fourier transforms. Right? Fourier transform is, in case of today's world, it is discrete Fourier transforms. Discrete Fourier transformation is a technique or a tool, right? It's a great tool, or an expressions, right? It is derived 200-300 years back itself by Fouriers, right? To process signals to convert signals from time domain to frequency domain. What's the advantage of signals in frequency domain? We'll see later, right? So basically, discrete Fourier transformations is nothing but it's a technique or a tool or an expressions. Using this, we can convert signals from time domain to x of n to frequency domain x of k. That is nothing but x of e power j omega here. X of e power j omega versus omega. That means spectrum you will study. Right? That's what DFT basically. Now, why do you convert signals from time domain to frequency domain first of all? Then, in frequency domain, we can analyze signals better and efficiently also. Right? We can't analyze signals efficiently and better in time domain. That is possible only if one channel is there. Doordarshan earlier, some 50 years, 40 years back. Nowadays, it is not one channel. It is 100 channels. Each house is having 110 mobiles. Each fellow is having 2 mobiles. Then so many channels are there. You can't use time domain representations of transmissions. You have to go for frequency domain where we can, in frequency domain, we can analyze signals better and efficiently. We can calculate the power of the signals, energy of the signals, and bandwidth of the signals. Then distortions, how much distortions involved in the signals in frequency domain we can better analyze. Right? In frequency, all in signal to noise ratio, then all these parameters using frequency spectrum we can analyze here in frequency domain. That's the importance of frequency domain. That's why 300 years back itself, this Fourier's great, he gave transformations through 100 times, thousands times by doing mathematical expressions. He gave us expressions like a Z, right here. Then using that expressions, we can analyze signals better, right? Now, then I will not miss any information now in frequency domain. That's why you will not miss any of the informations in transmissions. What is the benefit of frequency domain? You will not miss any information in transmission and receiving of signals, that is audio, video or multimedia, multi-audio or multi-video signals nowadays you are seeing today, right? In Zoom you are seeing 1,000 people, crores of people are connecting and using all these signals, right? That's why we are, first of all, we are going for frequency domain in almost all processing applications of today, right? That is why today we are using this many number of channels without overlapping, first of all, without overlapping, because we can study, because when you are bringing signals into time domain to frequency domain, that is over. Then now we can analyze in frequency domain power of the signals, energy of the signals, what is the energy involved, what is the power involved, what is the distortions, what is signal to noise ratio, and all these parameters, right? You can see it in a frequency domain, right? That is why we are going for, right? We are using, right, this in many channels without overlapping today. Now we see that we are using, all of us are using Zoom or Microsoft Team, whatever, right? Without overlapping, we are all processing like a manual, right? Applications, like a manual usage. Every day we are interacting, no? Like that. More than that, we are interacting actually, right? Now, that's why, let us say, first thanks to this man for all his works, 200 to 300 years back itself, right? He knew all these things, right? And without process, he did all that through that mathematical conversions. If you would have given process to him at that time for your corona problem, within one day you would have given answers, right? That's the greatest mind actually, right? Now we told you from time domain to frequency domain, these are all the applications are there. Now what is the tool? That's why we need a tool to convert signals from time domain to frequency domain. That's where a tool or an expression is required to convert signals from x of n time domain to frequency domain is called as DFT, or that is x of k versus k, x of k frequency domain, x of k versus k, where you will get spectrum actually for your signals x of n. For your signal x of n earlier is there, no? X of n versus n. If you remember LTI sessions and dark Z transform, I used to write x of n is equal to alpha to the power n u of n. You have seen so many times, right? At 0 it is 1, then it is decreasing, like this. What informations you will get from time domain? You will not get anything. When you convert this into frequency domain, x of k versus k, or x of e power j omega versus omega, that is omega versus omega, then when you will get spectrum like this. And in this spectrum, using spectrum analyzer, a tool is there in MATLAB Simulink. Using that, we can calculate power of this spectrum, energy of this spectrum, the distortions involved in it, then power, what is it, the bandwidth of this. Then we can detect easily in transmissions and receptions. We can easily we can detect where exactly error is there and how exact. Then we can transmit so many channels without error. That is where discrete Fourier transform helps. Now let us see DTFT, discrete time Fourier transform. For discrete time signals, Fourier transform, if you are taking, that is called DTFT, discrete time Fourier transform. If you take it for, right, instead of x of n, if you take the same for x of t, continuous time signals, then the Fourier transform is called as FT, right? Now let me see DTFT, first half of the module. A non-periodic discrete time signal x of n can be described by standard formula given by original signal x of n is equal to discrete time signal is equal to 1 over 2 pi integrations over 2 pi x of e power j omega, which is nothing but frequency domain representation. X of n versus n is nothing but time domain representation. Frequency domain representations is x of e power j omega. This is what required actually, spectrum, right? Into e power j omega n d omega. This is a standard formula for your original signal x of n. Now that can be written as x of n is equal to, for integrations I am using because non-periodic signals, x of n is equal to 1 by 2 pi integrations instead of 2 pi minus pi to pi x of e power j omega n into d omega. Call this the equation number 2. Now frequency x of e power j omega is nothing but frequency representations of time domain signal x of n. Now let me write frequency domain representation x of e power j omega is nothing but summations n is equal to minus infinity plus infinity, your input x of n into e power minus j omega n. Call this is equation number 3. This is a very, very, very important equations. This is what Fourier transformations, discrete time Fourier transformation equations, right? Where you are defining the signal x of n input, right, in terms of frequency domain x of e power j omega versus omega, right? Yeah, like a Z transformations, here your Fourier transform is x of e power j omega is equal to summation n is equal to minus infinity plus infinity x of n, your original signal, into e power minus j omega n. Let me use these equations to solve problems later. Now here, where x of e power j omega is nothing but DTFT, discrete time Fourier transform of the signal x of n, original signal. X of n is original signal. Now, this x of e power j omega into and x of n is nothing but Fourier transform form, pair. Like Z transform pair we used to write now. X of e power j omega and x of n forms DTFT pair, like Z transform pair. Z transform of x of n is x of z we used to write now. Same way, Fourier transform is DTFT of x of n, original sequence, time domain is equal to frequency domain x of e power j omega, where x of e power j omega is nothing but frequency domain representations of the signal. I told you, in frequency domain representation of the signal, this is frequency domain representations of signal x of e power j omega versus frequency, omega versus omega. Here n versus n, right? Now, x of n is nothing but time domain representations of the signal. Time domain representations of the signal. This is earlier we have done now LTI systems. X of n versus n, 100 problems we did know that. Then x of e power j omega is also nothing but, now see this frequency domain. X of e power j omega big is also nothing but spectrum of x of n. Spectrum. That's why spectrum is a very big word actually. It's a great word. Spectrum. See, this is the spectrum. Spectrum of x of n, where you will get every details, where you will get all the characteristics of a signal. You can analyze using spectrum analyzer. One tool is called, in MATLAB, you just go to the workshops of MATLAB. There Simulink right, Simulink is there, Simulink software is there. There spectrum analyzer tool is there. Just take that, analyze that signals, a box likes, go to the workshops and you refer that. Then where you can analyze spectrum easily, and in that spectrum analyzer, using this, we can see what is the energy of the signal x of n, what is the power of the signals, what is the bandwidth of the signals, what is the distortions involved in that spectrum, and signal to noise ratio, very details you can get. Then you will not miss any information at all. That's why we are going for frequency domain. That's where you are transmitting this many channels without error, right? That is where that goes to this Fourier only, right? He gave us that spectrum, right, long years back only. Now, equation 2 is called now here. Now see these equations. Remember these two equations. These one original equations, x of n. This is called synthesis equations. The second equations is called, the frequency domain equations is called as analysis equations. See this? This is one equation. 2 is called synthesis equations, original equations. Equation 3 is called analysis equations, where you are analyzing the spectrum, right? Energy, power, all the characteristics you are analyzing. This is very, very helpful to analyze the signal processing or to do anything, right, with respect to signal processing, right? That's a salute to, that's why we have to salute to, long back he gave this, right? He knew this Fourier, right, for his great contributions for today's applications. Just we are all enjoying the fruits of him, whatever he gave, right? That's why whoever interested to do this, right, go through all this and do R&Ds in the Fourier transforms, right? I hope I'm clear today, right? We discussed the original signals, DTFT tool, right? How to convert original signal x of n time domain to frequency domain using these equations. And once you get the frequency domain, next class, let us see, right, this spectrum, how to draw the spectrum, right? The spectrum is there now. After getting this, x of e power j omega, how to draw the spectrum, we'll see next class, right, through a simple problems, right? Till that, thank you very much, right? Please refer this and wait for the next sessions. Let me draw a spectrum actually, right, in the next sessions. Thank you.